Hello. So, I think that we are live. I think that we are good. Hello. Okay, there. It's waiting. Hi. Hello.
Hello. Oh, my goodness.
Okay, we should probably wait a second.
Okay, sounds good. Oh,
I'm so excited. It's almost Christmas.
I know, me too. My, you saw my little cat's Christmas top, so yeah, he's a good devil. um, yeah, he's loving that. And I'm putting up lights after, sometime, probably after class tonight.
I
Uh,
have like some.
oh, look
I
at
love
that.
them.
Cute.
I'm so excited.
Yeah, me too. The phone is dying. Charger. Mr. and Mrs. Claus. You
That's
know,
so cool.
growing up, my best friend, her mom had. I'm pretty sure it's broken now because it's so old, but it's like Mr. and Mrs. Claus, and they're sleeping, and it's electronics, so you can see like their chest going up and down, and then like Santa makes like a little snoozing sound. It's so funny, and it was really cute.
That's so cute.
Yeah, it was definitely an older one for sure.
I miss all the Christmas decorations at home. It's just not the same.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Okay. I'll give it another minute or two.
Yeah, I think so.
Love that. I was looking at my job for all surprisingly they had Christmas hats, but they were like just super long ones that were like $10. I'm like,
Mm.
nah, it's not worth it. But they had like,
99-cent store.
yeah, see? Look at that.
I
No
also
need.
got Christmas socks from the 99. So
Oh, that's so cute.
I was like having a whole moment.
Yeah.
I love it.
Okay. Um, I believe it's 4:04. I think we can get started.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, we're good.
So, hi everyone who is watching. Welcome to today's Wellness Wednesday called Coping with Stress During the Holidays, or if you saw our graphic, Finances, Politics, and Christmas.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
Uh,
So, I feel like maybe the most appropriate way to start this off is to just kind of briefly touch on like the CDC's guidelines for Christmas this year because I know it's like kind of crazy and different for everyone. But there's a little graphic shared that says like this year to just prioritize your health over everything else and to make sure that whatever you're doing for Christmas, you're doing it health with your health in mind and the health of those around you. And if that includes like taking a step away or making sure that you're quarantining before you see people, just do what you have to do, but make sure that whatever you're doing for Christmas this year is healthy.
yeah. All those good things. Even though like Maddie and I absolutely love Christmas, like it comes with a lot of stress. And there's
Yeah.
a lot of like different things that we're going to touch on today. Finances being the biggest one. I know like when I first started having my own job, like back in high school, I was like, okay, I have money for stuff now, but I was so stressed out because I was like, I feel like there's so many people I need to buy for, but I do
Mm-hmm.
not have enough money. Um, but I learned that as I got older, that I try to keep everybody in like a price at the same price range. Like my mom was looking at my Christmas list gift that I have for my boyfriend. She was like, "You're buying Johnny a lot of stuff," and I was like, "That's because Johnny's stuff is, if you put it all together, the same amount that I'm spending on you." I was like, "It's a little few stuff there." She was like, "Oh, okay." I was gonna say, but my mom, uh, without a doubt, she has like a love for sunglasses, scarves, and earrings. So those
Ooh.
are like three things that she absolutely loves. It doesn't have to be fancy or nothing. You can be from 99-cent store, Dollar Tree, whatever. Like they are. She can't leave the house without those three things. So, Christmas, birthday, whatever. Um, I'll definitely throw those three in along with her other gifts. And like I already know she's gonna at least love something because um, you know, that's what she loves. And um I've come to learn from that it's the thought more that counts and not
Mm-hmm.
so much the money value. Especially when like I always say, if you never know what to get people, just get them socks. I mean, socks, everybody's gonna need socks. That's
Socks are
something,
the best present.
yeah, like everybody needs socks. That's such a safe gift. So that's an idea. And it's like, you don't ever have to be worried if somebody's not gonna wear them because chances are, if they can't find their other socks, they're gonna wear the ones you got them. So, um,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. And I've always kept it in mind like money doesn't buy happiness. So, uh,
Yeah.
yeah, just keeping that in mind. What about you, Maddie? Do you have any like tricks or stuff that you've done over the years?
I wish that I could just be a millionaire and get everyone exactly what they deserve because I everyone has like people in their life that just deserve the best and
Mhm.
I literally wish that I could just be like, here you go, here's $1 million for you, here's $1 million for you. But that is unrealistic. So I don't know. I feel like a lot of people might know this about me. I have a ridiculously large family. Like I have 7 sisters and it is crazy. So
That's
um
amazing. I know.
when we do like Christmas, because getting all 7 sisters a present and then everyone else in your life is like kind of a lot. My dad has only made it like a secret Santa where you just pull one sibling and then every year we pick a budget. Last year it was like $50 and that's what you get. You get one sister, one present, and then that's it. And it makes it so much easier
Mm,
to like buy and then like it's also just kind of fun because instead of like being like stretching yourself thin and thinking about everyone in your life, you just pick one person and you're like, okay, I'm gonna focus on you, and I'm gonna like take it home. Like it's gonna be a bomb present because it's just me thinking about one person and not like a gazillion people. So that helps like so much.
yeah, I love that idea. I think that's something my mom has brought up about to my, so like usually for Christmas we go to my aunt's house. That's where like my grandmother and my cousins and aunts come
Hmm.
for dinner and stuff. Of course, with COVID, that might be really different this year,
Yeah.
but there's so many siblings. Like my mom is the oldest of seven. Now six because one passed, but she always gets stressed out because she knows they're all really picky. So she's like, I'm gonna suggest a Secret Santa because
Mm-hmm.
I can't with this anymore. And of course, like my grandmother, she gets the most because she has great grandkids, and
Mm-hmm.
like she's like, oh, I knew I made the right decision with having 7 kids because I get all these gifts now, and
Wow.
it's so funny. But I love the Secret Santa idea because at the end, it's like everybody at least gets something, and
Mm-hmm.
everybody who bought the stuff only had to focus on one person. So
Yeah.
it's, yeah, it, I can imagine that's something that I should once again bring up to my family.
It's such a headache saver. I love it so much.
Yeah. All right.
Um, Something else that I really like that saves some money is like homemade presents. And you don't even
Mm,
have to be super duper creative. I'm not very artsy. Like you could put a pencil in my hand and I could draw a stick man. But I really, really like making homemade ornaments and they're so easy. Last year for Christmas, I like had pre-COVID, I had a like Christmas party with all my friends and it was so fun. And everyone who I invited, I like made a cute little ornament for. And all it was like glass bulbs I got at Michael's or something for a couple dollars, loose glitter and Mod Podge and stickers, and you just Mod Podge glitter on them and put their names on. And they were
yeah.
so adorable, and it was so cheap. And that way, everyone felt like they got at least something for Christmas. And that was like,
Yeah.
it was
And
so
that's
easy.
a cute little idea to like, get in the spirit of the holidays, de-stress a little, which
Yeah.
um we'll definitely get into more about that.
Mhm.
Um but yeah, that's definitely a good idea. Thrift stores too can help a lot when it comes to doing stuff like that too. Yeah.
Mhm.
Um of course, with seeing family comes conversations that can result in some rather uncomfortableness and
Yeah.
elephants in the room. Um, of course, with the year we've had, with the high intensity of politics, there, of course, is family that are not going to have the same views as you, and vice versa. Um, and well, there's a lot to uncover with that. Um, I'm just trying to think. Um, but of course, the most important thing to remember is that nobody is going to have, everybody has a different viewpoint,
Mhm.
of course, everybody's going to go to. Um, it's just, of course, important to be respectful and understand that you can't change their perspective,
Mhm.
because that's their opinion, and you know what, they're entitled to their opinion and you're entitled to yours. um, what do you have to say when it comes to that, Maddie, with how that affects you during the holidays?
Politics and Christmas. I feel like politics this year especially, but almost every year otherwise besides this, really can take the Christmas spirit right out of Christmas. And it's really hard because people are very, very passionate on both sides. And especially for me, half of my family is from California, like SoCal specifically, so a very liberal area, and the other half of my family is in a very red state. And so
Mm,
even though like they are my family and like we were raised similarly for by a lot of ways, like a lot of our ideals are very different, and it's hard because you like can take it personally a lot of the times, and a lot of times I have taken it personally and tried to like
mm-hmm.
argue and change someone's mind. But especially for Christmas, I feel like the way that I kind of have been going about it this year is like I'm not going to change your mind over a plate of Christmas cookies. Like this is not where we're having this discussion.
Right.
And it kind of helps me remember that like if I don't think that they can change my mind, I can't change theirs. So I kind of just try to drop it around the holidays especially and focus on like Christmas and what the season is about instead of like I'm going to change your opinion over Christmas break because it's so much easier to just be like, hey, let's just remove politics from Christmas and spend Christmas together.
Mm-hmm. Right. um, and when those conversations get really tense, you definitely want to like calm down the situation and
Mm-hmm.
disengage, even if it's saying stuff that's like, isn't there a football game on, or like, give me a second, I gotta go check my dishes before they burn in the oven, like
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that will help you get away from the situation, so you can at least gather yourself before, you know, uh, you, I guess, explode, but not
Yeah.
literally, of course. But of course, other good things to say. I always say all the time is like, I'll agree to disagree. Like, I respect your
Mm-hmm.
opinion. It's just, it's not the same as mine. I always pull that. And another good thing is like, it's best to not to get into this in the hall at the dinner table. You know, we're all trying to
Yeah.
enjoy each other's company, especially since like with COVID, we might not even be seeing all the people we normally see.
Mm-hmm.
Or if we do see them, it probably hasn't been for a while.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really important to keep that in mind. So
Yeah.
yeah, just some stuff.
Yeah, it's
Uh,
definitely easier to like try to focus on other stuff and be like, I like your football game idea. My whole family might disagree on a whole bunch of politics, but the one thing we always will fight about is football. But football doesn't hurt people's feelings as much. So I'd rather everyone give me slack for being a Patriots fan than anything else. It's a lot easier.
yeah, my side of the fam would definitely enjoy that. Um, yeah, but with holidays, of course, you have the fun stuff. Um, uh, the biggest one being Christmas movies.
Christmas
Um,
movies.
I absolutely, I mean, of course, I'm gonna always remember it as ABC Family, but now it's Freeform.
Mm-hmm.
But they always have their 25 Days of Christmas, which I remember a few years ago, it wasn't any Christmas movies. And I was like, what in the world is this? And I didn't watch any of it because it was normal movies. But this year they got a good lineup, thankfully. Um, they got stuff that I actually really like. So I use that time of the night. Usually there's special movie because they're running movies all day, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Is like 7, 8 o'clock. Usually I reserve that time, or at least if I know that movie is gonna be on Netflix or something, I watch it later. But I watch it with my family just to de-stress from the day and kind of just bond over stuff, and it makes me think of my childhood. Um, the Polar Express is my favorite movie, like favorite Christmas movie. I absolutely love it. Um, so I love watching that. And Elf is a quirky little funny one too that I like.
Elf is always a good one.
Yeah, so that's another. Um, but also like it's hard buying stuff for people when they're older. Like my nephews, they're now they're 10 and 11, so now they're into like the Fortnite stuff, so they're like, oh, I want that new Xbox and PlayStation, which is like impossible to buy.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, I need this and that. And I was like, I want to buy something for a kid. Like they're kids, yes, but they're like big kids.
Yeah.
And I found out about UPS having Operation Santa, which I never knew about until recently. It's been going on for so many, like 1900s time. But basically, it's like, you know, kids write letters to Santa,
Mm-hmm.
and it gets sent to the post office. But they actually have a whole operation of where those letters go. And they upload it online now, especially since the pandemic. And you can adopt a letter, so you make that kid's wish come true. So I've read through some of them, and some of them are really just wholesome. Like some kids, they just wanted like a letter of encouragement to their
Mm.
mom because their mom was going through a hard time. And you know, then you have the traditional, like a kid says, oh, I want this and that, and you fulfill that kid's wish. But I just feel like it's such a like wholesome project to not only make a kid's Christmas, but like knowing that I did something like, you know,
Yeah.
being their little Santa basically. So I definitely love
That's
that.
so cute.
Yeah. This Friday they're starting to upload the letters and stuff. If anybody is interested in it, this is my first year doing it. It's totally like, um, they don't know who sent it. It's totally
Hmm.
you know, they protect that information. Um, but I think it's just such a great idea, and it's so cute. So I definitely want to do that because I'm like, I want to buy a little kid something because my nephews are big kids. I can't do that
Yeah.
for them anymore. So
Fortnite stuff
yeah.
isn't as fun as like Legos.
No, especially with Fortnite, I know all I need to do is get the little card things with the V-Bucks on it and be like, here you go. But
Hmm.
that's not as fun.
Yeah.
So yeah.
There's also like local churches usually have like angel trees. I don't know if you've seen those, but I feel like that's kind of a
Um,
similar idea where the kids like write down exactly what they want and then each person in the church or the community like picks one off the tree and then you get that
mhm.
child whatever it's on that like that little angel. My family does that every year and it's always kind of fun because usually it's like really really specific. Like I want the Wreck-It Ralph Barbie doll set and you're like, "Okay, I that's exactly I can do that." Because
Yep.
I'm a big fan of like specific, like tell me specifically instead of just saying Barbie's like the Wreck-It Ralph ones. I'm like, hey, I got you.
Yeah. It's so funny with that. Yeah. Um, but yeah, just those are the things I do. And I'm excited to see how this is gonna go. I remember like in high school they had the same thing. Um, I don't think it was ever that specific, but I think they put the rain the rain the how old the kid was and like what they liked and stuff
Hmm.
like that. So you kind of got to have an idea of what would be best to get them. Um, so yeah,
I love it.
yeah, me too. So yeah, um,
Super cute.
yeah.
Before we end, I feel like something really cute would just be like to share our favorite Christmas traditions.
Mm, okay. Um, what is? I feel like I'm always making. Still trying to find my Christmas tradition because I think my family is like. I think I'm the most into Christmas than the
Hey.
rest of them. Like I'm the one buying the tree this year, and they're like, "Do whatever you want with it, cause it's your money." And um, I think like this year I feel like I'm going more in than like any other year. So my job, I work at Target. They already have pre-made like gingerbread houses, which
Mm,
first off, the hardest part of the work is over. But at
yeah.
the same time, it's the funnest part. So I don't know, but it's not like it's just a gingerbread thing and the icing. Everything else you gotta buy, the candy and stuff.
Hmm.
So I feel like this year, getting the house and doing it with my family as a thing to just bond over. And of course, having those Pillsbury cookies, like that's a must.
I've been looking for them and I can't find them anywhere.
People must be snatching them up because I know at Target, like once we stock them, when I go back the next day, they're really low. So I know those cookies, like no matter if it's Halloween or whatever, they sell quick.
I've been looking so hard. Um,
I don't know. Um,
one One
but
thing
I,
my
yeah.
dad has always been a big fan of. My dad's an electrician and like does construction. And so the thing that he cares the most about is like Christmas lights more than anything else. And if anyone lives in the valley, they know which house is my house because it's that one house in the valley that's like really, really, really crazily decked out. My dad has made a 40-foot Christmas tree out of our roof every single year.
Oh
And
my
like
gosh.
yeah, our house has a permanent pole sticking out of it because he installed it to make his Christmas tree. And like we go my dad goes hard for the lights. And so like that's the one thing like Christmas lights to me are like Christmas. So like and they never match because my dad's ridiculously colorblind, so they're always just like really random colors
Uh,
thrown together. But it like makes it better because I'm like like that doesn't go with that, but it's really cute that you're like
Yeah.
on the roof putting all these lights up, and yeah, it's an iconic moment.
That is so funny. Is like your house that one house where everybody else only has a few stuff or nothing, and then there's that house with
Yep,
everything.
that's my dad.
Christmas are up on it. Oh
Yep.
my gosh. Yeah. There's a house around here that has that same thing. I'm like, yep, that's when you know. And they do the same thing for Halloween too. They make it look like a haunted house practically. So I'm like, wow, dedication, I tell you. I was like my
That's so cute.
no, like my mom, I mean, now that my mom's older and she's kind of in more pain, I think she's kind of died down a little bit on the stuff, so that's why I've been kind of taking it over. But she would definitely do the lights usually around the room.
Hmm.
But that's why I'm doing it this year, because why not? And
Yeah,
I think I'm gonna make it a little Christmas house every year. It just needs to happen because it looks so cute, and he absolutely loves it, and it's just a must now. So
it's adorable. I love
yeah,
it.
yeah,
Okay, I think that is it.
yeah. I think so. I think we covered everything. Um, yeah. We'll still be doing the Wellness Wednesdays. I think we have. I think we have one next week. I think it's our
Yeah,
final one that we're doing. Yeah. Um, so tune in for that. I believe that's going to be Oscar and Naomi. I totally
I
or
think so.
yeah. So they'll be going over some good stuff too. That's very relatable for the holidays and stuff. Um, and we're pretty close. It's the
Hmm.
last week of normal classes, and then we got, you know, dead weekend and finals,
We're
and
so close, guys.
so hang in there. As always, you can reach out to Nathaniel if you need any like counseling center stuff. Um,
Hmm.
and he will probably put the counseling center's phone number because he knows it by heart, unlike me, because I still am trying to learn it.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, of course, those services are free
Yep.
24/7. Um, so I hope everybody has a great, yeah, there's a number. Um, Miss Kim will pick up the phone. She's super nice and she'll help you with whatever you need. Good luck for the rest of the semester and finish strong.
Yeah.
Right?
Have a happy and safe holiday season, everyone.
Yep. All right. See ya.